Hello, Aries. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I'm always wishing you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. So, this is your daily reading. Let's see what comes out. First card is your current situation. Second card is your influence for this situation. And third card is Queen of Cups. Third card is where this energy is going. So, outcome, future energy if you continue on this path, okay? If we got free will, we can change it anytime. Oh, you got the devil. Hips tick tock when I dance. On that demon time, she might start her OnlyFans. Bottom of the deck is the Magician. So we have 3 cards that is the main story, but we're going to throw 9 cards that are going to be supporting details of that story, okay? So right now, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, it is a water sign, so it could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but Queen of Cups is connected to Pisces, all right? So this is the energy where you're really loving yourself, trusting your own intuition, following your own guided light, okay? A mother or someone of great feminine energy could be significant for you too. So let's clarify that. Your second, did I even show you it? We're back to this shit again. Where's the good light? Wow. Okay. You have Queen of Cups, the Devil, and then Knight of Wands. All right. Let's clarify. All right. You have Queen of Wands, 4 of Cups, and Justice. Okay, so you could be dealing with the feminine energy, someone you're really attracted to emotionally, at a stale point. You could be coming out of this energy though, because you have Justice here. It's kind of like reflecting, kind of seeing like how the situation went, what happened. If this is in the case of like a mother, your mother could be in great demand for your attention right now. And you could like emotionally not be available for anyone else. Your focal point is just your mom until things play out for her. She could have some serious situations that have arisen. It could be with law. It could be with placement. It could be like matters of the home. Whatever the situation is, it is, I don't want to say troubling. I just want to say emotionally, like this feminine figure, your mother, I really feel like it's the mom. She's in great need of your support, your attention, your time, okay? The Devil, what has caused this? Like the influence of this. Four of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. You have the Moon at the bottom. Okay, it's like, okay, the energy is a little wonky. This is why. So I think with the demands like being on your time, I gotta stop doing that. You guys can see that. I do that. That's like my thinking move. Anyways, yeah, stability and security could be a big thing right now. You could have, hell, Aries, you could have a mother that's bad with money, that's bad with just taking care, a mother that just indulged in the fundamentals of life. Let's just say that, because it's not necessarily bad, but they're not dotting their I's and crossing their T's like they should. So you could have some form, and don't take that as like a negative. Trust me, I can relate to that 100%. It's hard to like deal with something like that. I'm not even gonna say how I deal with something like that, because some may not agree, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It's my life. I take my piece of everything. You try. Some people need to learn to wash their hands. Aries, I don't think you're the type that would wash your hands. I say I'll wash the motherfuckers. Wash them with soap, water, vinegar, salt, water. Yeah. Wash the motherfucking hands. Because you know what? You can only do so much. You could take a horse to the water, but you can't make them fucking drink it. And you can force the tongue out. You can choke the fuck out of them and make them stick their tongue out. I don't know if that's possible, but you could for a human being. Like, stick your tongue out. But you can't make them swallow it. That's so extra, but when the devil comes through, it's like kind of like overly indulging in things that are self-serving. All right. So with the Four of Pentacles here, it could right now, a big point right now, someone could need somewhere to stay. And this isn't something like brand new. This is something stale. This is like not new news. It's something that always happens. This could be you. You notice I say it could. I didn't say I feel like it was you. Yeah, I'm giving you options. Yeah. But right now I feel like it's a mother figure. A mother figure or a woman could be of significance for you. And if it's not a woman, I just want to say that the Queen of Cups is actually identified specifically for mother. Okay. It could though be paternal. It could be interchangeable because we ain't reading body parts here. Even when I said that, nah, it's a female. You dealing with a female or older female. You could be dealing with like two things. You could be dealing with like a love interest, which is internal, a battle that you're having with yourself. And you could also be dealing with your actual mother. What's big right now is that it is huge demand for stability for this paternal figure. It's because they overindulge. You might can relate to that, Aries. You know, y'all love the buy. Y'all like the nice things, you know. Y'all could be expensive. They say, you know, emotional and Mars is connected to y'all, but they forget y'all can be pricey. Y'all see it, y'all like it, y'all want it, y'all buy it. And even if you can't buy it, you still gonna get it. I'm just saying. I ain't never known no Aries that wanted something that in their mind took it as they couldn't have it right then. Like, I've never known that. Never. I might not be able to get it right now, but I'm gonna come back later today and get it. Like, being so serious. That's an Aries for you. A lot of people don't talk about that. Like, y'all don't, no is not in y'all vocabulary. Like, you don't take no. You guys don't take like rejection. You just don't. Some could say that make it y'all dangerous, but I mean, y'all go-getters. Give me that. That's Aries. 5 of Cups, though, it does show. Look at that. You got 4 of Pentacles. That's a 4. 5 of Cups, 5. 6 of Wands, 6. Yeah, you get sick of this shit. You get tired. It does break your heart, though. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Family will fuck you up if you let them. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Family will take you for all that you got and then turn around and say, you ain't never done nothing for them. Bitch, what? Right now, I'm clarifying this 9 of Wands. Damn, 9 of Wands came out on the 9 of Wands. Yeah, this has been a long time. This shit heavy, ain't it? It's like, damn, when I'm going to get that victory? Page of Swords and High Priestess. Yeah, you starting to wake up. You starting to realize, hello. And a motherfucking thing you could do. It sometimes, let me tell you something, especially when it's dealing with your mom. If you come from a big family, like I'm the eldest of 6. I'm the second eldest of like, how many kids my dad? My father got like, actually, if we count my dad's kids, I'm the eldest of 8. All right. And if we count my father's turn, I'm the second eldest of like, I think he done fathered like 20, 24 kids. Yeah, he be busy. My father's so funny. When he had his first set of twins, he called to tell me that he got him a white one. I never forget. I'm pregnant with my first son. That was the last time I actually talked to my father too, when I was 22. And we about to do the talk again because we talk about every 14 years. Hey, I still love him though. I ain't got nothing to say bad about my father. For real, that Gemini, I love him. But he called to tell me that he said, looking at your relationship, L'Oreal. Well, that's what he calls me. He calls me L'Oreal. He said, looking at your relationship, L'Oreal. I figured, why not try? I was like, Dad, are you serious? He was like, yeah, she a good girl. And he ended up having twins. My father loved having a lot of kids. So, anywho, I don't know how I got on that. Oh, being like an elder, like an eldest of the siblings in the family, you know, especially dealing with your mama, you ain't got to be the oldest, the middle child, the youngest child. If it's your mother, you know, even your father, largely the fathers, we work really hard to gain their approval. When it comes to the mothers, we work really hard to love them and show them we appreciate them. That's across the board. I don't care what your background is, that's what it is. It's hard to accept the fact, like, yo, this they life. This is them. And I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. Like, I done paid my dues. I told y'all, you don't want to hear how I deal with it. I ain't got time. I'll never forget when my mama chose somebody over me. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. And she felt bad. Yo, she felt bad. It was like a date. It wasn't even 24 hours when she realized what she said and who she said it to. My mama outside my house hollering my name. She was hollering my name to open the door. I was home. She knew I was home. And I know she knew I was home. She out there hollering my name, banging on my door. And I just let her bang, bang. I let her holler my name and everything. She went to the back door and everything. You know, I had to bring my dog in. My dog was outside. And I'm like, nah, you ain't you. I dealt with a lot, but one thing I won't deal with, I did a lot. And for her to pick, she picked somebody she did not make over me. She defended somebody that did not love her over me. I'll never forget that when she said it. She was already on the thin line. But anywho, for you, Page of Swords and the High Priestess coming through. Yeah, you starting to peep game. It sucked. It hurt. That shit hurt you to the core. You realize, like, you work really hard. You could be a parent too. You work really hard, doing the right thing, you know, and let me tell you something. I had left this comment on a YouTube video, true shit, just fairly recently too. It probably was like last week. And it was this guy and his girl, they come from financial backgrounds. She came from a rich family. And he came from humble beginnings. So, you know, he does these little snippets of like struggle meals and stuff like that. And he had his girlfriend try. Basically, it was something to eat. She was like, oh, I'm not going to eat that. I don't want to eat that. And he was like, then you go to bed hungry. You know, a lot of people in the comments said that they could hear their mama voice on that. So, I left a comment. I was basically saying some nights you did go to bed hungry, and when you went to bed hungry, you went to bed dreaming about the feast that you'll one day have. So you went to sleep hungry, but you woke up motivated. But a part of it that I left out, I didn't type it. But the part what I really wanted to say, you wake up motivated, but the depressing part is that survivor's guilt. When you work really hard, you build this table, you work really hard, cook the food, and you set up this table. And then you realize all the people you grew up with, those you love, I'm talking about siblings, cousins, aunties, uncles, all of them. You realize how they really viewed you growing up, and you never really fit in. You feel bad because you got all this food, you got everything prepared, and you the only motherfucker at that table. Everybody else have to see how you eat. You know, then they hate you for it. That's what I wanted to put on there, but I did. I ain't taking it there. That's where you realizing your PPA, intuition on high. 9 of Wands. That's a long time. You've been dealing with this shit a long time. Long time. She gave birth to you. She, especially a long time. If you like my age, 36. That's a long fucking time. You like, damn, bitch, you still struggling? I mean, you ain't gonna call your mama a bitch. I ain't call my mom a bitch in my face. I did call her a bitch one time when she jumped on me. Now I'm getting too personal anyways. I did. I remember my dad looked at me. He said, "Oh, you cussing now?" I was like, "She's a stupid bitch. I hate her. She's such a mean bitch." My dad picked me up, and he had to pick me up, put me on his shoulder, and then he put me on my bed. He was so shocked with what I said, and I was shocked that I said it. I was so mad. She jumped on me for no reason, yo. Real shit. I know some people be like, I've seen people scrap with their parents. And I'd be like, man, that person gave life to you. No lie. It was over a Christmas event. I wanted to go. My mother wasn't invited. And I still wanted to go. I still wanted to go. Because I got to spend time with my father's side of the family. I was invited to that. I think I have disclosed on here before, I'm a love child. I was the first love child. And we was invited, me and my brother. Technically, genetically, I got one. We got the same mother and same father. Everybody else is blended, okay? So I wanted to go. He decided he didn't want to go since mama was invited. She was like, "Do you still want to go?" "I wouldn't be mad if you want to go." I said, "Yeah, I want to go." I didn't think twice about it. I wanted to go. I did. I didn't get to see them that often, so I wanted to go there. They was going to come and pick us up, and we stayed there for 3 days, and they was going to bring us back. And she got mad at me for that. She went off on me. I'll never forget, she called me this lawyer, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I was so confused. Because she said if I still wanted to go, I can go, and she wouldn't be mad, but she was. And she punched me in the face. And before I could think, I had punched her back. And we was fighting. It was bad. It was like I was beating her for all the ass whooping she ever gave me that I didn't deserve. It was bad. I'll never forget, my siblings was trying to jump in. Like, they was trying to break it up. But my siblings, too, was shocked. They was so shocked because I, hands down, the most respectful of all. I used to wear ass whoopings for all my siblings. Because I never wanted her to beat them. Y'all, I used to hover over them and get ass whoopings for them. No lie. That's a true story. And they were so shocked to see us going toe-to-toe like that. And my dad, he worked third shift. So he hear the commotion. He come. And I'll never forget when my dad looked. Because we did break. Okay, this is bad. Because the fight did stop. My two brothers, actually, the second and the third actually got us kind of apart. And I like caught my breath. And then I went right back in. I'll never forget. Right back in. I like punched over my brother, and I was like on her, man. It was bad. And in that moment, that's how I know when he came, he was shocked to see that they was breaking up us brawling. He was like, "What is going?" He was like, "Hey, y'all stop." Like my father, my dad, my father too, actually, they never raised their voice. Yo, when I tell y'all, he was shocked, and I like caught my breath and I thought about it. All I saw was like red, and I went right back in. I was on her. But when he put his hand on my shoulder, I like stopped. And that's when she choked me. She had me in a headlock tight as hell. I bit the shit out of her. Ain't no rules when you fight. It was bad. It was so bad. I'm fighting her with tears. I'm telling you, I think I was beating her ass for all the ass whoop she ever gave me. Yeah, she was holding her own. Because I'm not a fighter like that anyways. We did end up fighting again. I got her ass that time. But then her and my brother jumped me. See, I'm giving y'all trauma. Today has been a very emotional day. As y'all can see, I'm uploading hella late. Then that's probably why this spread came on. I ain't know it. Well, I'm Aries stories. This could be resonating with me. But yeah. Boy, I whooped her ass. And then get this. She jumped on me. I left. I went to go for a walk to cool off. Went to my friend's house who lived up the street. And she was like, her mama was so shocked. Because, mind you, her mama didn't even like my mama. And she was so shocked when I came there and I had like scratches and my bruises was starting to already show. Yeah, black, dark people can bruise. And she couldn't believe it. She was like, "I'm going to go talk to your mama. Y'all calm down." Boy, when I tell you her ass came back so quick, she was like, "You need to go home." I was like, "I don't want to go there. I'm going to just go find somewhere to go." She said, "No, you got to go, baby." She said, "I love you." I know she kissed me. She was like, "I love you." She was like, "But you can't be here." She was like, "I don't want to get in trouble. I can't have you here. They can't come here." I was like, "Day." My mama had called the police on me. No lie. And locked me up. I was there for a few hours. There was some long fucking hours. They gave you food in a bag. I was traumatized. I was so traumatized. They were so mean to me. They just judged. They just saw a girl that put her hands on our mom. They didn't want to hear the story, and I wasn't very. I'm vocal now, but I was not vocal back then. I just was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe. I never, all the things she ever did to me in my entire life, I never called the police. And the one time I stand up for myself, she called the police on me. In Florida, they call it the Jack Center, because I was minor. So I went to the minor place. It was called the Jack Center. Locked my black ass up. I was so hurt. I was just sitting there. They was all talking and stuff. I wasn't even talking. Then they gave us food. I was happy because I was hungry. But then it was like a bologna sandwich with like this apple. And I was like, I would eat the apple, but the apple was so hard. It was bad. I felt like I was going to die there. I told the lady, I said, ain't no other food. That lady looked at me. She said, this is not a 5-star restaurant. You get what's in that bag. You eat it. And I was like, I don't want to eat this. She said, and don't. Give it back to me. I kept it. She said, that's what I called. I said, we going to eat again later. Oh my God, this brings tears to my eyes. It's funny though. She was like, no. She was like, yeah, you going to eat later when we give you another bag of food. I said, it's always going to be in the bag. She said, how long you plan on being here? I never forget, it was a group of girls that was in there. Them girls was like, this your first time in here? I wasn't trying to make no friends. I looked at the wall. She was like, oh, she stuck up. I'm thinking to myself, they said I'm comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable here. Oh my God. And still, real shit. I still loved her. I'll never forget when my mom picked me up. She was like, yeah, don't nobody want you but me. I'll never forget that. I remember saying, yeah, somebody want me. And somebody did. A lot of people did. I'm talking about like friends, not just like relationships. Like, I got older, you know, things change. But it's fucked up when you sit back. I think you, an individual that's sitting back, looking at everything. That's some bull. That shit hurt. I know it hurt. You ain't gotta tell nobody. Willow know. Willow know it hurt. It do. You be like, damn. That's some shit for your ass. I ain't laughing at y'all flashback. I'm sorry, flashback. Because, man, that was some shit. It really was. It was like, I couldn't believe it. And when I got home, like how my siblings looked, they were so torn. I'll never forget when my brother came and sat next to me. He said, sister, you gonna be mad at me if I still love mama? I said, I still love mama too. He said, but you punch her in the face. I said, yeah. And it did tear me up. It really did. I'm laughing about it now. I'm 36 now. This happened when I was what? 15? 14. I was 14. I never talked back. I had never cussed. None of that. Boy, when I got home, my daddy, he greeted me at the door. He looked at me. He said, I know she pushed you for that. He said, I know she pushed you for this time. And I just started crying. I said, Daddy, I'm so sorry. He said, I know, baby. Go to your room. Relax. Calm down. And I had bruises all on me. Like, she told me up. She was punching me. I punched her ass too, though. I felt like, remember, you ever see What's Love Got to Do with it? When Tina Turner was in that limousine and she finally whooped my ass. That's how I felt. I really felt that. But I ain't have no hotel to go to. I went famous like Tina was. Like, I have nothing. I literally just left. Damn. Today is an emotional day, though. I'm sorry you going through this. It's fucked up. Because all you want to do is love them. You know, when you get money, you think about Especially if you came from humble beginnings, you think about how you gonna take real good care of your mama. She ain't gonna never have to want a need for nothing. You know, I got her. Groceries, I got her. She wanna go shopping, I got her. I did everything. When I say everything, boy. When I tell you, when we got older and I finally had, my own family and stuff, I never forget when Poppy looked at me and he said, because you couldn't tell me nothing about my family. They needed it. I was there. I was the add into the family, but I was still, involved with my family. I didn't see it as in there was a border between. I never forget when he looked at me. He said, when you work and you get paid, what do you do with your money? And I thought about how I have to deduct bills and how I have to. What is it, baby? Sorry about that. That was my baby. He was asking me about meditation. He just thought, for kids, it's kind of, it was easy when it was kids. Now they teens. And we kind of got out of the habit. So now they're getting back to meditating. And we've increased it to 20 minutes of just quiet time for them. So instead of telling them, hey, we're going to do it at this time and putting demands on their free time, I just tell them, hey, you guys, we'll do it together a couple times a week. But when they have to do it on their own, they have to pick 20 minutes to do it themselves. They just need to do it sometime before they go to bed. But yeah, I thought you was going to ask me about the story I was telling because I got this dope crack. Anywho, I forgot what I was telling you. Oh yeah, when you get older, all you want to do is just, you see your mother like she's Cinderella and you want to give her the world. If you grew up in a blended family like I did, you don't understand why mom and dad them ain't getting along. Shit, you grow up, you're your own kids. You understand how relationships work. They're really complicated. And you understand what it's like when you have a child, children, you know what I mean? You start to understand and see things. Oh, that's what I was telling you. So when Poppy will say to me, what I choose to do with my money, well, it's my responsibilities. In my case, with my mother, she chose to do the things that she wanted first. Then came responsibilities because she always had someone to fall back on to help her out. Now she doesn't have that support system, so it's kind of hard for her. But I want, she gonna be all right. Because I'll never forget when my mama was dragging me from the clinic, the blue clinic. Something happened in West Tampa. I forget. Something transpired between her and the lady. And this place, you go, it was the clinic, but you do WIC. You did, there was other programs that you did there, you applied for and stuff like that. And she had got mad about something. All I remember is her walking. She was walking so fast. I couldn't keep up. She was mad. So there was times she was dragging me while we walking. And she had tears in her eyes. So she wasn't even paying attention that she was dragging me. Because I was saying, Mama, my ankle. I remember saying that. I was like, Mama, slow down. I'm falling. She was like, you keep up. She had me. My mama Aries. She had me. And I remember she told me, she said, you make sure you do your life right. You make sure you do everything right. You be careful who you have kids by. You make sure that you don't have to depend on nobody. That you depend on yourself. You don't have to depend on family. You ain't got to depend on friends. You ain't got to depend on these sorry ass government programs. My mama went off on me. And she was crying. She was so mad. She didn't even realize she was crying. And her crying made me cry. Just looking at her in pain. And so I know she got it in her to be the woman that she raised me to be. You know what I mean? Everybody got a positive and negative side to them. They do. We have a strong, strength and weakness. And hers is just, she loved to gamble. My mama loved to fucking gamble. I was talking about $500, $600. She loved to gamble. She do. When she hit. But she don't hit more times than she do, you know what I mean? And she's always had something always came through for her to, correct her mistake. And people have grown tired, So, I don't know how I got on that. Like I said, today's been a bummer day. What the fuck is the name of that song? It was Tevin Campbell, Tell Me What You Want Me to Do. That's the song I've been playing over and over in my head. But get the fuck up, take a walk. I took a walk. You better cook something, I cooked. You better clean, hold the fuck on. What the fuck was I supposed to clean? I cleaned the kitchen. There ain't nothing else to clean. Start reorganizing shit. Why I want to do extra work? But it's, trying to do something else. So I was reading and I meditated for a long time today. You just sit there. I also talked to my sister. Damn, 30 minutes, girl? All right, let me end this. Your advice card, though, is the Magician. Understand that you're in control of your own life. Everybody got their own fucking choices. All right? It hurt me, and I'll never forget the first time I told my mom, no, I couldn't even get it out. I was like, no. She was like, what? I was like, I ain't got it, mama. She said, what? Hey, y'all, my mama did this to my sister because she turned all of us against each other. She turned everybody against me at one point. It was crazy. But that's negative. I shouldn't even said it, but my black ass ain't for the edit this. And I ain't for to redo it because I need to get all 12 of these out. But, she asked my sister for some money, right? This was recent. Big me just talking. I know. Hey, this is what she told my sister. My sister said, I ain't got it to say it to her. My mom ain't even around us right now. Like, life has put her ass in a place. She has migrated her ass somewhere. She ain't got no family, no friends. I mean, she make friends. I mean, she Aries. You attract people. But she has no family, and she's never done this. Never. She's always been with family. So this is different for her. So she told my sister say, look, I ain't got it. You know what I mean? She told her that. And she like going to this place. I think it's called like Hot Dogs and Custards or something like that. She was like, I already told my daughter, she told my niece that she was going to take her there. And, if I send her that, it'd be kind of hard for me to send her more money type thing. Because she be sending money to our brother that's in jail. You heard me say she do, right? Baby, I don't play. Anyways, like I'll send you stuff. And I was sending him money. I feel the need to justify myself right now. Hold on. I was sending him money. No cap. I was sending him money. For real. $50, $100, $200. For real. And I sent him $200. Not in total. I'm talking about that's how I was putting it on his books. You understand? This is coming from a sibling that me and him ain't been talking. Because him, he I don't play by how people talk to me and how they treat me, okay? Because you going to talk to me like I owe you anything. When the fuck you bought me a motherfucking hot dog or an ice cream cone? How about a motherfucking birthday card? You ain't gave me shit. And I don't do stuff expecting it, but you do think about it like, damn, when my birthday come around, crickets. I can hear a cricket tick drill outside. Ain't nobody around here. You know what I mean? Like, you think about stuff like that. So, he went off on me on the jail call. I said, I can't even remember what he said. Like, that's real shit. That's how shocked I was. He was going off about, he was like, didn't I fucking tell you something? I said, hey, hello? Hey, who you talking to? I said, I know you was not talking to me. I paid for this call. This is a jail call I paid for. I sent you money. You understand? I said, understand this. The soap that you buying, my friend, I paid for it. Okay? You talking about you need personal things. I was questioning him about the money I was sending him. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. Because I'm like, yo, I sent you $200. I sent you $200. Then I sent you $50. Then I sent you $100. Then I sent you $200. That was the cycle. I kept the routine going. so he can expect this money. You know what I mean? Because I hear it's expensive in jail. I ain't been past the hole in cell. I ain't trying to get past it, huh? So he turns around, he says to me, because I said to him, I said, what is you doing with your money? You in jail. I said, it ain't like you buying Jordans. You ain't around here in the mall shopping. Like, y'all got a selected amount of stuff. You should know how much your stuff costs. I said, how much some damn Debbie cakes y'all got up in there? Them noodles, them bricks you making, how much is that? And who you shopping for? Like, is y'all collectively putting y'all money in a bin? Because, I watched 60 Days In. Like, because I'm trying to figure this out. It's not making sense to me. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4. You understand? It's a -3. Like, it's not adding up. So I finally asked him. I said, what you doing with the money that I'm sending? What you doing with my money? That's what I said to him. He was like, first off, it's my motherfucking money that you send to me. When you send it to me, you can't tell me what the fuck to do with the money. Okay? I say, you know what? You right. Because he was motherfucking right. I couldn't. I can't tell him what the fuck to do with the money. When you give somebody money, you can't control how they spend it. You give it to them, the money's relinquished, they do what they do with it. But he knew I was sending him $50, and he was like, can you send me like $150 this time? And then we can get back on track with what it was. I said, wait, what? I said, what? That's when I asked him. I said, what the fuck is you doing with my money? And I already told you that part. So he turned around. He was like, look, when I tell you to send me some motherfucking money, I said, I said, hello? I took the phone from my ear and I paused. I say, I let him, he did all the woo-doo bam bam. He was going off. So then when he stopped, it was quiet. I put the phone back to my ear. I said, hello? I said, yeah, you there? He was like, yeah, you heard what the fuck I said? I said, as a matter of fact, no, I did not. I said I couldn't get past the aggression that you were giving me because last I checked, I paid for this call. You in jail, my friend. He was like, I'm your brother. I said, no, wait a minute, listen. It's a figure of speech because we cannot change our DNA. Neither me nor you. Okay? So we will always be brother and sister. But you cussing me out like you bought my motherfucking house. Like you made me a motherfucking mom. Like you done paid my motherfucking bills. Like you done bought this chicken I'm about to cook tonight. He was like, hey. He was like, look, chill out with all that shit. I don't want to hear all that. I said, oh, no. You want to hear this because this is our last call. He was like, what? I said, oh, yeah. See, you done forget. I said, see, you done overplayed your hand. Who the fuck you? I said, you talking to me like I owe you something. No, you owe me something, my friend. That's who the fuck you owe, me. What have you ever given me? We got a couple more minutes on this call. I can wait. That is exactly what I told him. He was like, first off, you my older sister. It's your job. I said, I am not equally yoked with you, bro. We couldn't pick our brothers and sisters. We just so happen to share the same fucking uterus at different motherfucking times. So let me tell you this. Don't you call my motherfucking phone no more because I'm not putting no more money on you. You think I can write this off of my taxes? No. And I ain't working. So this is my husband's money I'm sending to you. I'm taking food from my house and giving it to you to support you. And you talking to me like I'm motherfucking on you? You done lost your mind, my friend. Please do not call me again. Click. Hung up. I ain't talked to him since. True shit. I was like, yo, you lost your mind. Okay, digressing. So my mother says this to my sister. Now my sister, God bless her soul, she is the sweetest thing ever. Sweetest thing ever. I really mean it. But she mean as hell to me. You know how some people be mad at one person and then they bring it on you? Yeah, that's her. She took all her anger out on me and shit. Like, man, she hurt my feelings. She called me ghost. I like that. I did. I do. I like that. I like ghosts. Gave me an idea. I could be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But she said it in a very insulting manner. She didn't even tell me that over the phone. She messaged it to me, going off on me about it. Because I was mad with how she treated me when she had her first baby. She don't say now, but she got 2 now. This was a long, long time ago. So she say, my mama say, I got another question for her. So my other sister, the baby say, oh, mama want to talk to you again. She said, do you know what the fuck your mama said to me? I said, what? She said, so is your account at 0 or are you choosing not to send me no money? Yeah, that sound like mama. That's mama right there. She was like, I said, what you said? Come on, what you do? What you do? What you say? Tell me, girl, what you do? She say, I gave her back the phone. I'm done. I say, yeah, be like that. It's fucked up. It really is. But let me tell you something. In time, you just gotta wait. You gotta, it fucking sucks, man. But I'm a Taurus. I can wait that shit. I can wait. Oh, I can wait. Because I know what it's like when the truth come out and when the wheel turn. I can wait. Oh, I can wait. That's why I say I don't do that damn energy manipulation. You know how you can do stuff like get your enemies and stuff like that. I don't do that. No. Because a rotten tree will fall. A rotten fruit will fall from the tree eventually. And the truth will always be revealed. And I don't agree with Chris Rock when he says sometimes people don't get theirs. Yes, they do. It's hard when you're moving with pure intention and you genuinely love people and you're doing stuff from the kindness of your heart. And you don't get anything in return. And that shit hurt when you realize the truth on stuff. Or how you reflect on like the hierarchy of the family. Because there is, people be like, oh no, yes it is. That's why people like, oh, you was always mama favorite. Or you was such and such favorite type thing. That is a such thing as rankings. And you see how they treat. And you be like, damn, all that I do. So I'm only good to you if I'm giving to you. And in like my mother's case, her favorite was the meanest. The kid, people that are evil or mean to her, she's loving to. I mean, very submissive and kind to. And then those who love her genuinely and care for her, she give us our ass to kiss. I said, bitch, my lips chapped. I'm done. I remember when I told her that. She was like, what? I said, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done. So she was already, like I said, she was already on a thin rope. But for my siblings to finally experience that and see what the hell, because mind you, I'm 10 years older than one of my sisters and 15 years older than the other. The third baby, I'm 8 years older. And my other brother, I'm only 2 years older. And that was her favorite. That's the one that's doing 10 years right now. But yeah, I remember she said, you cursed him. She called me when he got 10 years and blamed me. She was like, whatever you doing to your brother, can you stop? I said, what? She was like, yeah, your brother just got 10 years. 10-year sentence. I wasn't talking to him then. I wasn't. What happened? Oh, he cussed me out about something. We got, man, I'll tell you, trauma out the ass. I don't give a fuck no more. I just laugh. I use the lessons as advice for other people. When people be telling me about family be doing this, doing that, baby, just let it go. You still gonna love them. You can't never not love them. That's why I say love is not an option. It's not. You be like, it's not an option. It ain't. But that was funny as hell. She was like, you left. She was hurt. I looked at her face. I said, baby, you said. I was giving her kisses. I was like, I love you. She was like, don't do that. I'm mad. I said, I know you mad. She cute self. But yeah, for her to do that and say that was crazy as hell. So that's what it's giving me. Hella energy. What did she do? No, you. I done been on here for like an hour. My bad, y'all. Maybe this read was. I'm in the middle of a read. I love her. But I know once I get on the phone and start talking, I'm going to be talking. Ooh, you got King of Cups on the bottom. If this isn't a matter of a relationship, though, it's like being in the Queen of Cups energy. If it's in a matter of a relationship, I just want to touch on that. Fo. Man, I said it right. Okay. If it's in a matter of a relationship, The toxic behavior that you had in the past, you no longer have. It's like you're moving now with sincerity in your heart. And then Knight of Wands is like you're working really hard and reinventing yourself in the future, so you don't repeat the bad toxic behavior. That's why you got that Four of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, my ass. I'm sorry, y'all. I use y'all as a therapy session, huh? Oh, you got the Emperor under there. Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords. What is you on pause? Let me get out this reading. I done did enough talking. Did enough talking. Yeah, I could do enough talking because, I mean, I love y'all that watch it. Ain't there many people that watch it, so it ain't like I'm really doing anything to myself. But I do need to watch my mouth. Loose lips, sink ships, but shit. Like I said, hopefully it resonates with somebody. Just know you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. And if you are one that has changed your lifestyle, it's out of like that toxic behavior, that's a good thing. It's like you're moving forward now with pure intentions. Hey, you could have been in toxic relationships, and now, if you a feminine Aries, this Nine of Wands is like you're looking more, you're trusting more of your intuition. You're not just going for anything that look good, sound good. You looking for like long term shit. You ain't worked this hard on yourself to just get flopped because somebody else. What is this? The Magician, Two of Wands, and a Knight of Wands. Ooh. You making a choice to go after some kind of passion. He going to reverse too. This could be in Four of Pentacles. What Four of Pentacles was? No, that's Four of Cups. Stabilizing some kind of security. If you are entrepreneur or yeah, that's what it's called, entrepreneur. Like you run your own business. What it does say, maybe an old idea that you had, you're revisiting. It's like you coming back to it more refreshed. It's gonna stabilize or be very lucrative for you. Lucrative, like you ain't gonna be no millionaire, nothing like that. I mean, you could be at the precipice of that, working towards it. But what it does mean is locking down some financial security, some abundance. Okay. Like now you got some money coming in and money you could put away. You see what I'm saying? All right, that is what I got for you. I do apologize. I made this long as hell, sitting here going down memory lane. All I got to say is, man, this energy has been fucking me up today. I did a lot of meditating and stuff like that, but the process, like this flashback, I gotta clear. Some things you can't clear. Some things you just gotta live with and keep going. That's it. All right, baby. That is what I got for you. I really hope this video resonated with you. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. I promise I'm not always lengthy like this, huh? But I do need to come on here. What is it? I can guarantee you the next readings ain't gonna be like that. People might watch and be like, damn, she was so good, but she gave Aries all the jizz. If people care like that. Be like, damn. Shit, you get talking about mama. That's a soft spot for a lot of people, but it's definitely a soft spot for me right now. Everything in a matter of love is just a soft spot for me, for real. It's like sometimes you flash back and you just like, damn. I mean, it helped because life is always happening for you, not to you. But some things you just be like, damn. You ever had somebody just treat you so fucking bogus? And then out of nowhere, like you living your happy-go life. You la 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 la. You know, you just doing good. You accept what is, and you just move forward. There's no animosity, no hate, no anger, no vengeance, none of that. There's still actually love, you know. But then you get the Diving into the darkness. And then what's that bad thing to do? Why? It's like, why? Do you what you do? You start to question. Why did that happen to me? Why was I not good enough? How come I didn't get treated this way? Like, you get to thinking about shit like that. It's like, bitch, if you want to shut the fuck up, go take a shower, eat you some fucking ice cream, and flash back on where you at. And then it goes, I'm not just talking about like in love. It's like it hits. Because I really was in that. I was in like romantic flashbacks, maternal flashbacks. I was thinking about all that today. So it's so funny. Well, I guess I shouldn't be shocked that the Queen of Cups came out. It's like, damn, why? And every time, even like when I'm saying it out, why, I hear it. Because you was meant for me. Well, then why you put me down here? You see what I'm saying? It just keep going. It just keep going. It's never ending. You just gotta learn to just let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Relax. It is what it is. Be grateful for where you are. Because today I'm not gonna cap. Even with my, what was it, 2 hours and 12 minutes of meditating. Yeah, I just sat there meditating. 2 hours, eyes closed and everything with the crystals. And it was serene. It was good. It was really good. It was very healing. I felt really good. But you still, I think about it. I had to meditate so I can heal to move forward. So what most of my, 2 hours and 15 minutes of my day was spent trying to comfort myself from things that happened in the past. Some shit just happened, you know. Hopefully that helped you. All right, let me upload this long ass fucking ass video. Why I talk that much? Hey, understand though, at the end of the day, because my life seriously is a great example of that. Everything is always working for you, not to you. For real. Because if somebody said to me, if you had the opportunity to do it all over again, I damn sure would. I would enjoy every happy moment, every learning curve that I experienced, like everything. I would. Yeah, I had down moments, but I understood how I wanted to present myself in the world, how I wanted to treat people. And I think those who have the most scars are actually the nicest people because they don't want you to wear them. They don't want you to feel that way. That's why I don't ever want nobody to fucking lie to me. Don't lie to me. People be lying. I be like, don't lie. The best thing you can do is just shut the fuck up. If you don't want to tell the truth, just be quiet. Don't collect no sin on my behalf. Because I'm telling you right now, I'd rather you tell me the truth and give me the opportunity to choose than sit up there and lie to me. Because I want you to know that lie is going to feel janky. It's going to be like, did they really? I had a lot of that growing up. And the truth was, yeah. The truth was, it was that they, some people did stuff just so they could say they did it for you type thing. Hold stuff over your head. Personally, I never had that because I never had no mother. The only support system I ever had is my husband and his mother. I'm being dead ass. Now, I will say my cousin, she's actually my dad's family. She helped me out too. She gave me like a place to stay. I roommated with her for a while. It's like a couple months, but I paid her, you know what I mean? And I didn't like give her cash. No, she did not charge me. She did not charge me. I can never say that she charged me because she never did. I just took it upon myself and bought stuff for the house, like household supplies, snacks for the kids, takeout for all of us and stuff, because she never asked me for anything. As a matter of fact, her fucking lights got cut off. When I gave her money for her light bill, when she told me her lights was getting cut off, she's an Aries. March 25th, baby. Yes. Backed with money. But I gave her the money. So when she got the notice, she was like, oh, my lights getting cut off. And me and her baby daddy's cousin was living with her too. So I'm like, I work. I gave her the money. I learned, don't give her the money. Because next thing you know, the lights is cut off. Like, I'm like, I gave her money. She was like, Baby, I know you did, but I bought other stuff with that money. And that's what I learned. Don't give up no damn money. You can't. If an Aries look, I ain't trying to talk bad about y'all, but y'all know how y'all is. An Aries asks you, or they tell you like a bill or something need to be paid, baby, just pay that damn bill for them. Don't give them that money. Don't do it. Don't give them that money. Don't give them that money. Because I think it was like $181 or something like that. She just had to pay on it because she was on, technically wasn't supposed to be living with her. She was on Section A and stuff. And, but I like really needed a place to stay. That's why she let me live with her. And he needed one. He had just got out of jail. It was just a transitional period for us. Look at me talking like the police watch. But, oh, she ain't even in the state anyway. So, for real, she ain't. She moved. But, yeah, I gave her the money, you know, and I go by my bed. I ain't think I gotta ask you, you know, it's your place. You gotta. But, girl, bye. The motherfucking lights got cut off. She went to stay with her boyfriend. Her and the kids went to stay with her boyfriend and his mom. They didn't live that far. And I was like, she was like, y'all can come over here. She said, you can come. Because his mama loved me too. I see her to this day. Every time she see me, she be like, I love you, baby. When I go over in Pleasant Prairie area. She be like, when I see her, I always end up seeing her at the hospital too. I'll be like, but you know, she older. She probably be getting tests and stuff done. I'll be there visiting somebody because that ain't my hospital, but it's a beautiful hospital. I've been thinking about making it my hospital. Anyways, I love my doctor too much. You know, I've been with him for so long. So, but she was saying that I can come and stay with her. Nah, I just learned to take cold showers and stuff. I worked. I didn't really eat there anyway. So, I mean, wasn't nothing to eat. They took all the food. But I worked at McDonald's and I had money. I would go to like, we didn't stay that far from Subway. So I go to like Subway if I wanted something. But my friend who, they used to, yeah, they had a thing going. And she was like, when I said I gave her the money. She said, you can't do that. I should have told you don't do that. I was like, why? She was like, girl, she took that money and she went and bought her some, then drank and they party. She was like, what they do that night? And I was like, oh, you know what? I think they was noisy that night, but I went to sleep. I had to go to work. So they went out and got them some, you know, they went and got their pleasures, their guilty pleasures, you know. When I'm supposed to watch you, I don't do that kind of stuff. So I was like, whatever. But yeah. All right. Look, I went to talking again. Let me get these other readings out. If this reading resonated with you, baby, give me a like. Also, subscribe to my channel if you do like this kind of content. I love to have you. I promise you, I'm not lengthy like that. But, hey, understand that no matter what hand is dealt to you, I'm talking about the cards that life deals you. You play that hand to the best of your abilities. Because regardless of how things may look, you got this. All right? I really mean that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.